Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Today we have a lot to offer. We will talk about people's resilience in addressing the issue of unemployment in the times of COVID pandemic in Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. We will also tour the Khasi Hills in Meghalaya and learn about a sacred forest. Not just that, in a Personality of the Week section, we will interview the famous Tetsio sisters from Nagaland who have enthralled all with their musical performances. The COVID pandemic has not only crippled the health system worldwide but also the world economy. Economic activities were just put on hold everywhere, bringing the unemployment rate up. Economic activities are now returning to normalcy as Centre announced the unlock phase. In Arunachal Pradesh as well, economic activities are gearing back now, but with a change in approach. East Siang District Administration has recently launched the official mobile app of the Pasighat Smart City, which has been developed to help skilled people offering various services to connect with their customers. Our Itanagar correspondent Rakesh Dole has filed this report.
In Arunachal Pradesh, East Siang District Administration has recently launched the official mobile app of Pasighat Smart City with an aim to create more livelihood opportunities for the skilled people in the district. East Siang District Deputy Commissioner Dr. Kinni Singh has informed that the Android-based service app will particularly benefit those who do not have established shops and do freelancing services in and around the town of Pasighat.
So basically ये पासीघाट स्मार्ट सिटी कॉर्पोरेशन की तरफ से एक छोटी सी पहल है जो हमारे फ्रीलांसर्स हैं और जो बेसिकली स्किल सेट जिनके पास छोटा मोटा है, जैसे कि कॉबलर्स हैं, टीवी रिपेयर या फिर मैकेनिक्स हैं, गैराज मैकेनिक्स हैं एंड प्लम्बर्स हैं और वेल्डर्स हैं, कारपेंटर्स हैं, ड्राइवर्स हैं और जो कुकिंग सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, कुकिंग एंड बेकरी सर्विसेज. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ दीज पर्सन्स हु आर अवेलेबल जिनके पास काफी स्किल सेट है बट वो लोगों के यूज में नहीं आ पाते. लोगों को पता भी नहीं है कि हमारे शहर में ऐसी सर्विसेज उपलब्ध हैं. तो इस प्लेटफॉर्म के थ्रू वी आर जस्ट कनेक्टिंग दिस स्किल सेट विद सिटीजन्स ऑफ द पासीघाट. स्मार्ट पासीघाट एक मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन है. ये अभी फिलहाल के लिए smartpasighat.in वेबसाइट के थ्रू डाउनलोड की जा सकती है एंड विद इन 2 वीक्स ये प्ले स्टोर पे भी अवेलेबल हो जाएगी. ये एक एंड्रॉइड एप्लीकेशन है, iOS पे उपलब्ध नहीं है. तो अगर किसी के पास एंड्रॉइड मोबाइल है आप उससे ये एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. अभी के लिए फॉर द स्टार्टिंग ओनली हमारे पास 125 ऐसे फ्रीलांसर्स अवेलेबल हैं जो अपनी सेवाएं देने के लिए इच्छुक हैं इस ऐप के थ्रू एंड वी आर होपिंग कि आगे और भी लोग आएंगे.
The app is an initiative of Pasighat Smart City Development Corporation Limited in collaboration with Pasighat Municipal Corporation to easily connect the service providers with their customers. This is Rakesh Dole for Northeast Diary, AR News, Itanagar.
Entrepreneurship in Sikkim has for long been centered around the tourism sector, which is a key contributor to the Himalayan state's economy. However, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced young, innovative entrepreneurs to revisit their businesses and diversify. Our Sikkim correspondent Parijat Sharma brings us more details on this.
Gangtok-based serial entrepreneur Reverse Chetri's core travel business has been severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The situation has driven the 26-year-old businessman who was featured in Forbes India 30 under 30 of Asia list in 2018 and is a widely recognized entrepreneur in the Northeast. To widen the scope of his interest, Mr. Chetri speaks about the new avenues of engagement.
The time before the pandemic, I used to run a travel company called Any Taxi. So our presence were across India and neighboring countries like Bhutan and Nepal. When the pandemic started, travel industry has been hit really badly. So one thing that really struck me, because I have a huge friend circle across Northeast who are dealing with different products. Like it was somewhere very easy for me because I already have a logistics background and operation strong team, and so that gave me a perspective about how to start Any Origins. So Any Origins is a marketplace for northeastern products where we help sellers sell their products online. So this also was a challenge where most of the small sellers used to get engaged in small trade fairs and travel shows, which is not happening anymore. Any physical fair or mela is not happening. So that gave a huge boost to us. So with that, I could engage with a lot of product owners, like more sellers from across Northeast. Also locally I thought of starting something. So what I did was just created a value chain right from dressing unit to till the market. We have outlets, we do home delivery. So that really helped local farmers and engaging with them.
Mr. Chetri's new countrywide business promotes products from the Northeast region marketed by small entrepreneurs such as Manipur's Hill Wild Chocolate, Nagaland's Angry Mother Soap, and Sikkim's Pickle Burmese Tea and Himalayan Native Milk products. The Sikkim-based poultry business engages with over 500 farmers, connecting them to urban markets. These ideas are expected to leave a mark on young and aspiring businessmen from the region. With Saikat Sarkar, this is Parijat for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Sikkim.
In Assam, the far-flung city of Silchar has reached another milestone. A young scholar from the city got selected to participate in the upcoming BRICS Young Scientist Conclave. Here is a report from a Silchar correspondent, Ritesh Pathak.
BRICS Science Conclave is scheduled to begin on 21st of this month. Russia is the host country, but conclave will be organized virtually due to global pandemic. Assam has been successful to manage 2 entries in this event. Arpita Dalal, a PhD scholar from Ecology Department of Assam University Silchar, and Sayantan Sinha, a PhD student of IIT Guwahati, are among the 19 selected scholars across India. Overwhelmed by her selection, Arpita told AIR correspondent.
And it's basically a 1-week program where all the scientists from all the BRICS countries, they come and they participate, they exchange ideas, they share their research, everything. And Indian government agency called DFT, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, they select the participants because the candidates are from all backgrounds. They are research scholars, PhD scholars, they are postdoctoral fellows are there, senior scientists and assistant professor, all are there as a participants.
Encouraging the youth located in remote areas of the country, Arpita said,
where there is a will, there is a way. You just have to have your own will. You'll find your way automatically. It doesn't matter from where you belong to. You can be from the remotest part of a village to the most urban part. Doesn't matter. The matter thing how much you're willing to do something for your career, for your nation, for your research. The list of participants, and most of them are from IITs and then NITs and then NISER, all the very prestigious institutions. And I feel very much lucky that I have made it to the place from belonging to a student from Assam University.
We may hope that this success of Arpita will inspire the youth of small cities to aspire to build a new India. This is Ritesh Pathak for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Silchar.
Among many remarkable features of the Khasi Hills in Meghalaya is the sacred grove of sacred forests which have been preserved by traditional religious sanction since the ancient days. The most famous is the Mawphlang Sacred Forest, about 25 kilometers from the capital city Shillong. Our correspondent Rustam has filed this report.
The Mawphlang Sacred Forest, which covers roughly an area of about 192 acres, nestled in the East Khasi Hills district of Meghalaya, has its roots steeped deep in the age-old religious belief in which forests are regarded as a sacred entity. The locals, predominantly the Khasi tribes, have been preserving the forest for thousands of years and believe it to be the resting place of their local deity called Labasa. The forest is guarded by one very strict rule, and that is, no one cannot take anything out of this forest, else the deity gets upset. It means you are disrespecting the deity. According to folklore, it is believed that the deity takes on the form of a leopard or a tiger and protects the village. To appease the local deity, the villagers make animal sacrifices in the stone temples located within the forest. It isn't just the myth and legends of the forest that attracts tourists. Its physical majesty is also a sight to behold. And as you step inside, you will see an interconnected network of trees and plants, some of which are said to be over 1,000 years old. The forest is rimmed by a dense growth of Castanopsis curzi trees, forming a protective hedge which holds intrusion of Pinus cassia, also known as Khasi pine, which dominates all areas outside the sacred groves. Inside the outer rim, the sacred groves are virtually nature's own museum. It is an amazing visual spectacle, plus some of these plants possesses medicinal properties, including the ability to cure tuberculosis and cancer. Powell Mawphlang, a resident of Mawphlang village, shared his belief about the sacred grove.
Mawphlang Sacred Grove has been there for centuries since time immemorial. This sacred grove is being preserved, respected by not only locals but by the Khasi community. In this sacred grove, all types of trees and plantations one will find if you visit there. People cannot take out anything from this sacred grove when they visit, and they have to respect the custom and practices that the Khasi people, especially the clans that are part and parcel of preserving this sacred grove. Lingdok Mauplang clan, they used to pay tribute and respect whenever they visit this sacred grove.
Locals often flock to this sacred forest to celebrate nature and other festivals. This sprawling forest comes alive especially during the 3-day Monolith Festival held here to showcase the tribal heritage and culture. This is Rustam for Northeast Diary for AIR News, Shillong.
The central government has taken dozens of agricultural schemes for the upliftment of the farmers and sustainable agricultural growth across the country. As a result of proper implementation of these schemes, positive impact is being manifested among the farmers and also in the agriculture sector across the country. Here is a report from our Aizawl correspondent Irene on how farmers are being aided.
In Mizoram, over 129,000 farmers have received annual income support under the PM Kisan scheme, as against 146,977 farmers registered to the scheme. So far, the state has provided rupees 69.46 crore to the farmers' families. Apart from PM Kisan, the State Agriculture Department is also implementing many more schemes such as Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, National Food Security Mission, PMKSY, Soil Health Card and Kishan Credit Card. All these schemes and programs are mostly aimed at doubling the income of the farmers and also to make agriculture a sustainable livelihood. During the COVID-19 pandemic situation, tactical ways have also been taken up so that the farmers would adopt cultivation of early maturing varieties, short-term crops and pulses. Officials said the department has geared up the farmers to cultivate the early maturing crops so that the farmers won't face major effects of the pandemic. Presently, thousands of farmers are using fallow land for cultivation of paddy, cereals and vegetables. Talking to AIR News, Director of Agriculture, Roming Thangakolni said,
Mizoram State Agriculture Department is implementing a number of centrally sponsored schemes. The State Agriculture Department is also implementing externally aided projects such as FOCUS, funded by IFAD, and REAL Act, funded by Global Environment Facility, and the State Flagship Program, CDP, for the upliftment of the farmers as well as to make agriculture a sustainable livelihood. The State Agriculture Department also has executed a number of activities like establishment of farmers' helpline, distribution of seeds at free of cost as relief measures against the problems faced by the farmers due to COVID-19 pandemic.
Also, to help the farmers mitigate the shortage of laborers due to the pandemic, the department is now running 181 custom hiring centers across the state. From these centers, the farmers are provided with a tractor, power tiller, water pump, brush cutter, sugarcane crusher, and other farm machineries on a sharing basis. This is Irene for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Aizawl.
A new horizon has opened up to the Northeast region with the opening of the India-Bangladesh waterway getting into run recently. The trial run for shipping of goods from other parts of India to the Northeast region via Bangladesh was launched recently and arrived at the Sonamura in Tripura. These Indo-Bangladesh waterway will make transportation of goods to the states of the northeastern region easier and affordable and have a far-reaching impact to widen the scopes for communication, transport and trade scenario in the region. More from our Agartala correspondent Rina Nongmai Them.
Under this new initiative, a Bangladeshi vessel trekking 93-kilometer waterways carrying 10 tons of cement from Daukandi in Bangladesh arrived on 5th September at a newly built river port at Sonamura on the Gomati River. With this first consignment arrival, the Inland Waterways Protocol route of Sonamura-Daukandi between Tripura and Bangladesh is formally made operational, and this will reduce the distance of transportation from West Bengal's Haldai port to Tripura by 600 kilometers. On the occasion, Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb said that this has created a new era of development for Astha Lakshmi, which means 8 northeastern states including Tripura. He said if the northeastern states carry goods from other parts of India through waterways via Bangladesh, 25 to 30% of transportation costs will be reduced. Mr. Deb expressed hope that from now onwards, export and import will be made by waterways. On the occasion, India High Commissioner in Dhaka, Riva Ganguly Das said the operationalization of the Sonamura-Daukandi road will reduce the cost of trade between the two countries.
Today is a very historic occasion when the Daukandi-Sonamura protocol route is being inaugurated. The trial run of one assignment of cement has reached Sonamura through the inland waters. The waterways naturally are both economical as well as climate friendly, and in the COVID period it is also health and hygiene can be maintained much more easily. Truly a historical occasion, and this gives us great connectivity to Tripura, which it has always wanted.
The High Commissioner also urged the business community of both sides to avail of the opportunity of enhanced trade offered by the increased connectivity and existing synergies between India and Bangladesh. This is Rina Nomaitem for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Agartala.
Friends, the Tetsio sisters are known to all. They have been enlivening the music space with the lovely melodies. Let's go over to our Nagaland correspondent for an interview with the inspiring ladies.
Dear listeners, I am Asonyo. This evening, let me introduce you to the wonderful and talented 4 sisters from Nagaland who had traveled the country to spread the music of their ancestors and their traditional folk songs and instruments. These sisters, along with their brother, have become Nagaland's cultural ambassadors. Their musical legacy has transcended times. In spite the influence of the Western rock and pop music among the Naga youth, these 4 sisters have fused Naga traditional music with modernity that stands out among the musicians in Nagaland. Today, these sisters are not only popular in Nagaland, but they are known all over the world. Yes, dear listeners, you heard it right. They are the Tetsio sisters. Let's get started to know more about them. The Tetsio sisters. Welcome to our program, Northeast Diary.
Hello everyone, I'm Mercy.
Hi, I'm Kuvela.
Hey, I'm Azi.
Hi, I'm Lulu, and we are the Tetsio sisters.
We are a group of siblings who sing primarily folk music and fusion, and we are known for taking Naga folk music to a global audience. Our journey started a long time ago when we were in school. It then led to more performances. We had radio recording sessions, Doordarshan performances, school and concert gigs where we got to represent our state, Nagaland, and then abroad to represent the country of India.
We have been performing music in different capacities and combos, and we continue to explore and enjoy making music together.
So Tetsio sisters are Mercy, that's me, Kuvela, Lulu, and Azi, and we are produced by our brother who's also a musician, Haseve.
We have been very fortunate to be on this great journey of living our lives and doing what we love most.
I have been a full-time mom for some time now, and getting to still do music with my sisters and brother is something I look forward to.
We have started a conversation about Nagaland and automatically the whole of Northeast, and we want to clarify and celebrate all the things that make each Northeast state unique.
Through our music, we have been able to really learn about our own culture and then show the world more about our people, our culture, our beliefs, and our way of life. Our journey has been always about the music, but it's also more than just the music too, because over the years it has become a way to creatively document, research, and record the unique traditions of Chokri Lee and preserving it for posterity. And through our shows, stories, and costumes, we have been able to showcase weaves, accessories, crafts, and also normalize and glamorize wearing traditional clothes and accessories and include them in our daily lives.
Today, the Tetsuo sisters are a household name to many because of their unique music. So ladies, how do you feel about your recognitions as cultural ambassadors of Nagaland as well as for the Northeast region?
Our music has really taken us to places we didn't imagine, and we feel so blessed.
And thanks to the fans for the love and support.
It is an honor and responsibility we take seriously. There are so many young people looking up to us, and we have really tried to be a good example as professionals
and hopefully strong women and decent human beings.
We in the Northeast have much to offer: culture, natural beauty, music, art and craft, human resources. The potential is immense.
And we hope we can paint the right picture and create healthy curiosity while sharing information about our beautiful state and the other Northeastern sisters, brother states.
We are so lucky to collaborate with not just musicians, but artists and designers from all over the world, and especially from Northeast.
There is always this moment of pride and also utmost humility to stand on a platform and be the voice of our people or the state or the country for that moment.
We are not music activists, but we definitely stand for equality, women's rights, safety of children, and the right to dignity of life.
Yeah, I know it's not easy, but I'll try saying yes. I choose life if I have the choice. Say yes with me, I'm here for you. Say yes to love and love to drugs.
The Tetsuo sisters have collaborated with artists and musicians of international repute. Do share with us about your most memorable experiences so far.
It is hard to pick a single moment, but a few mentionables are performing at the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo in Scotland,
Bacardi NH7, stages of Pune, Kolkata, Delhi, reciting the national anthem at the Pro Kabaddi League opening ceremony.
And every time we get to share our music with someone who has never heard about Nagaland. Here's a song called Rinyele Lizo. It goes,
No hanele, kuve minele, nenubari, misohumole.
Well, it is actually a love letter in the form of a song for a beautiful woman named Rinyele. Her secret admirers are singing this song in her honor, and they're calling her the sun and the source of their energy as they work in the fields day after day.
No hanele, no hanele, kuve minele, hiyo kama, kuve.
Well, besides folk music, the Tetsuo sisters have also come out with many interesting fusion, Western contemporary, covers, etc. So, how did the idea come about, and do you plan to do more of the fusion?
As musicians and artists, it's all about exploring our strengths and experimenting with influences and sounds we love.
The shock factor will always be there because our culture is so vibrant and colorful and different.
Also, we all have different musical tastes and influences, and they all come together when we put together our heads to work on new songs.
We also want to continue passing it on and sharing it across while keeping it relevant and contemporary.
That's why we feel strongly about fusion and experimentation and collaborations, because that is our contribution to our own history as much as preserving the songs in their original forms is.
We are working on a couple of songs and are excited to share new material very soon.
Yes.
Kachi Dorio, Dorio, Dorio se mainu tu bandle. Aki yario, yario, yario me आउँदैन फासले ए नाराजगी कागजी सारी तेरी मेरे सोने सुन ले मेरी दिल दिया गल्ला तरंगे नार नार बेके अख नाल अख नू मिला के दिल दिया गल्ला।
Lastly, what advice would you give to the upcoming budding musicians?
We all have to take more pride in our culture and also show respect for others' culture. We've always said this and we repeat it again. Be an original, keep working hard, find your space and perfect your craft, believe in yourself and keep pushing yourself. Network, connect, learn, adapt and don't ever give up. Thank you for having us on Northeast Diary.
Hey.
Stay safe.
Thank you. Stay safe. Dear listeners, those were the Tetsuo sisters in the studio with me. Hope you all have enjoyed. Have a pleasant evening.
Can we go driving, camping, a grand road trip today? It's gonna be bumpy, jumpy, but we'll be on our way. Catching the sunrise, sunset, chasing butterflies, making new memories, friendship when we're on the road to somewhere. Where do we go? Me and my yard.
Now in the Northeast Diary, we will go to Manipur, the state known for its natural beauty and rich cultural heritage. The state is also a proud land for some unique variety of agriculture and horticulture products which are rare to find in other parts of the country. Among them is a kind of orange grown in Tamenglong district of Manipur, and the product will get its GI certificate. More from our Imphal correspondent, J.D. Thokchom.
The orange found in Tamenglong district is a species of mandarin group and a unique fruit crop found only in this district. The production of orange in Manipur is 1,000 metric tons every year, and the Tamenglong orange contributes 50% of the total production. It is famous for its blended sweetness and other nutritional values. Manipur has been celebrating the Orange Festival every December for the last 15 years to promote Tamenglong Orange. Recently, the Tamenglong Orange has been notified under Geographical Indications GI and expected to get its GI certificate. Project Director of Manipur Organic Mission Agency in MoMA, K. Devdatta Sharma informed to AIR News that the agency in collaboration with others are giving support to the orange growers for area expansion and development of other infrastructures.
I am K. Devdatta Sharma, Project Director, Manipur Organic Mission Agency, MoMA, under the Department of Horticulture and Soil Conservation. Tamenglong Orange has a thin skin. The taste of this fruit is very refreshing. The sweetness and sourness is very proportionately blended, and the consumer feels very refreshing. The nutritional value are also being analyzed, and the result of such analysis has shown that it has certain uniqueness comparison to other oranges, which are available even in the state as well as from outside the state. In tune with the present national agenda of one district, one crop, one product. Therefore, we are giving more focus in area expansion, in quality management, and in increasing the production and productivity of the oranges over there.
Last year, MoMA applied for GI tags for Tamenglong Orange, Sirara Khong Hathai, Siroi Lily of Urkhul district, and Black Cherry of Senapati district. Sirara Khong Hathai, a long chili variety having a unique taste and color which grows in Urkhul district, has already been approved and it will also be notified very soon. JJ Thokchong from Imphal for Northeast Diaries.
Before we end, here is an interesting fact about the Northeast. Arunachal Pradesh is mentioned in prominent scriptures of India. It is said that sage Parashurama washed away sins in Arunachal. With that, we have come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Bye-bye.